Hi everyone, Debbie Cork here. Just want to show you the latest journal I finished. This is what I'm calling an inspiration journal because the idea is to collect things that I absolutely like, ready to use as inspiration for my next few art projects. So I'd like to do a bit more abstract work. I think I mentioned it before. So having lots of patterns and textures and colours that I've just taken out of magazines is in one place is a really good place to look when you're starting to do some work and want some inspiration for patterns. So for example, this one is a really nice one to do, and using straight lines and circles here. Lots of patterns in the natural world obviously, and lots of patterns using different colours and graphics, different shapes. So I took my images from lots of different magazines, but very inspired by the John Lewis Home Catalogue. They seem to have lots of lovely colourways and ideas, so my thanks to them. And the journal itself is, the cover is 5 3/4 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall, and the pages are 5.5 inches wide by 8 inches tall, so it's a nice size to work on, just less than sort of A4 or A5 pages if you're here in the UK. So it doesn't have focal points as such on pages. Some of them look as though they have. Oh, tried here with a glue stick. But it is just absolutely a collection of patterns and odd things. So it doesn't have a main theme to it. I have tried to keep the colours sort of together, or if not together. So for example, this page is a reminder to use bright primary colours and use them together. I don't tend to use a lot of bright colours. This one was more sort of pastel-y shades. You'll see blank pages in the book. When I do my signatures, I don't do them from front to back. I don't start at the beginning of the book and then carry on. I just do odd pages, so you can tend to sort of get a colourways the same. So when I get some next images that will fit into there, then I'll slot them into there. It's very much a work in progress book, because I want to be able to add to this as I find more things. I've recently been through my magazine stash and collected all of the ones I had for patterns and things that I wanted to save. But there will be more, so I wanted to carry on with the book. This is a watercolour that I did, quite like the pattern, so there was a bit left over, so I thought I'll just pop that in there. That was a cracking advert for Bestival, one of our local festivals. I love the colours, and it's not colour combinations that I would think to use normally, so it's sort of a reminder to use both the layout style with sort of nice fonts and everything, and also different colourways. This is a completely random picture. It took me a while to sort of actually work out what it is, and it's a good reminder to put unlikely things together. So this is a reminder to do mainly sort of greys and browns, but have a pop of colour in them, and abstract designs using black and white, circles, reminder to use soft and hard fabrics together. Some of them are actual pieces of artwork, which I really liked. I'm hoping they'll inspire me to do other things. This, for example, was a staircase, and I thought it was a really nice design. I don't think I'd want it as a staircase, but a really nice design if you were thinking about shape. And also in the natural world, there's also lots of different shapes to use. Lots of pattern. Not a pattern you would think to put together with those two. There's another page waiting to be done. I love this sort of bronze colour, not a colour I would use. And I chose this picture because there's such a lot in it in terms of remembering these sorts of shapes, but also putting them together with other shapes and other colours, and the different textures right the way through here, going through. I thought that might be a good inspiration. I love the colours of this. Reminder to use pastel colours, and a reminder to do different colour combinations like grey and yellow. And then in the back of the book I just put 2 extra signatures. This is the paper I used. It's just craft paper I got from a car boot sale in a big pack, a big notebook that I'm cutting up gradually. So I've just added in extra pages so that I've got space to add new stuff. The cover was made from a cereal box this time because I needed it a bit wider. My apple pie box wasn't quite wide enough. And it has 6 signatures, as you can see, with 4 pages in each, just folded in half. And the cover is thanks to my daughter, who wanted a paint cat sheet for a project she was doing, some spraying. So I found her a big sheet of paper and she did her spraying, and then I was left with this, which I thought was fabulous. So I used it. I'm not sure what the paper is. It feels sort of quite sort of shiny, but the spray paint attached to it really well. So and then I used, as per usual, my fishing wire to so that you can still see the pattern of the spine through, and I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to stitch each signature into the cardboard cover. And there you have it. Hope you're inspired to have a go. It's a great way of using up things that you've got, that you've kept, that you're not quite sure why you've kept them, but you know you've kept them for a reason. And I'm pleased to have all mine in a book of inspiration now. Thanks very much.